Wrapped up and ready to go. Here we are again, series number 112, Out of the Park Baseball 20, our YouTube channel for our baseball matchups from the history of the game, and never failing, our randomizer who picks our teams. We got another doozy for us. A couple teams I think you're really going to enjoy. So let's go ahead and introduce them. First team is a 100-win team from the early 40s, led by Leo DeRocher. It's the 1941 Brooklyn Dodgers, who finished first in the National League, won the pennant, and then lost to Joe DiMaggio and the Yankees in 41 in the World Series. So a pennant-winning team, a 100-win team, a very, very good team. A 22-year-old Pee-wee Reese here, only hitting .229, but his glove was much further ahead than his bat was at this time. But interesting to see he only hit .229 that year. Dolph Camilli, 34 homers, 120 RBIs, 285. Really, really a great season, 962 OPS. Camilli, one of the stars of the league at that point in time. Joe Medwick, at 29, hit 18 home runs, hit .318. A star in his own right there. And Pete Reiser with the .343 average and scored 117 runs for this team. Very, very good. Billy Herman, an outstanding player in his day and age. Cookie Lavagetto played 132 games at second base. Again, another good glove man. Dixie Walker, very, very good hitter, .311 at this time. Also had 88 runs. The team didn't run much, but the bats were there. The lineup, not too many weak points, and also a very good defensive team. Pitching-wise, very, very good. Kirby Higbee, 22-9 with a .314 ERA, struck out 121 men in almost 300 innings. Whit Wyatt, 176 strikeouts in his 288 innings, won 22 games, so two 22-game winners. Kurt Davis, 13-7 with a nice ERA. Those are your three top men. Then some other arms in there. You see Hugh Casey, haven't started in 18 games. He might be considered the closer, give or take, but we'll see who DeRocher goes as the starter with. So some good arms. Freddie Fitzsimmons. The Dodgers overall a very good team for their era. Pennant-winning team, 100-win team again, and someone to be reckoned with no matter who they get. And their draw brings us a very interesting team from the late 80s, the 1989 Pittsburgh Pirates, led by Jim Leyland. Just a year removed from their playoff appearance. Leyland took over and really turned this team around. They weren't so good in 89. They won 74 games only, but some of the stars were blooming, I should say. Barry Bonds at 24 years old, just coming onto the scene. Didn't hit very well, .248, but he stole 32 bases with 19 home runs, so the talent was there. Bobby Bonilla, .281 with 24 homers, 86 RBIs. He's at third base actually. And Andy Van Slyke at .237. He hit 18 doubles, had 9 home runs, 53 RBIs, 16 steals. Gary Redus, another fast, good ball player, 25 steals. He was more at the top of the lineup. Jose Lean, Jay Bell, two more players that you might remember. But the offense didn't get on base very much. The averages weren't very, very good. Some speed here, some potential, but they just weren't where they were going to be in 89. But it'll be interesting to see Barry Bonds in his younger days and the things that he can do on the field. So the pitching, good, very good. Doug Drabick, 14-12 with a .280 ERA, went over 240 innings. And John Smiley, the lefty, 12-8, .281 ERA. So those two pitchers at the top, they're very, very good. And of course, Bob Walk, getting a little bit older here, but still formidable and had the control that made him famous, and struck out 83 in 196 innings. So really three workhorse-like starters here for the Pirates. Going from there, Neil Heaton, Jeff Robinson got some starts, and Randy Kramer. We'll see who Leland goes with game 4 or so in the middle of our series to see who will supplement the top three. The bullpen, give and take, obviously, but Bill Landrum had a very good year, 167 ERA with 26 saves. So Landrum's your man if the game gets close late. So overall, the better team, no doubt, is the Dodgers, who won the 100 games and looked more established than the Pirates, who probably still made some young player mistakes and still weren't in their own and really had a tough time handling the bat and getting on base. No one really with an average even over 300. Even Andy Van Slyke had a rough year. So the Dodgers, the favorites, but it'll be fun to watch the Pirates and see what happens here from teams about 40 or 50 years apart. And in game one, you can see here John Smiley, the lefty, will take the mound. Interesting choice over Doug Drabick for Leland to face Whit Wyatt in Ebbets Field. We'll have the opener in Brooklyn. And we'll see if the Pirates can put some pressure here on the Dodgers, who are the favorites. They were a very good team in this era, starting up in the early 40s and going forward for about the next 20 years. They really, really played well in Brooklyn in their final years, and this was kind of their run with Leo Durocher at the helm. So let's get things started. Head out to Brooklyn for game one of this best of 7. 1989 Pirates going up against the 1941 Dodgers. So here we go, beautiful Ebbets Field. The game is a pitcher's duel. We're all the way into the 6th inning, and it is 0-0 with Whit Wyatt at the plate and Gary Uritas to lead off the 6th inning. And there's a ground ball up the middle, so Uritas will get on here with his speed aboard at the top of the 6th. Very interesting to see if he's in motion. Wyatt is going to check on him there at first with Andy Van Slyke at the dish. Wyatt going back there, and he has the same thing in mind, trying to make sure in this close game Uritas isn't given any advantage. And here's the pitch to Van Slyke, who drills it to deep center field. That ball to the wall and gone. Andy Van Slyke takes advantage of the distraction on first base and drills one to the deepest part of Ebbets Field, 444 feet. It is 2-0 Pirates. What a shot. We'll move bottom of the 6th with Billy Herman up there. Camille on first. John Smiley delivers. And here's a shot to center field. That ball's going to get down. Run will score. So the Dodgers cut the lead in half here. Van Slyke can't get to it. Camille scores. And Herman has an RBI double. And Mickey Owen now with a chance to try to tie the game or better. And he takes strike 3. A curveball from Smiley, and we'll keep the game 2-1. We'll move to the 7th. Jose Lean up there with 1 out. Lean will line a shot to center field. That'll get through. So first and second with only 1 out here. R.J. Reynolds the hitter. Johnny Allen delivers. Strike number 3. He gets him swinging. R.J. Reynolds is out. 2 outs now for Gary Uritas with 2 on. Allen delivers, ball 4, and here comes Van Slyke again. This time with the bases loaded and 2 outs, a chance really to do some damage. Allen delivers, and that's deposited in the left center. It's going to score 1. Here comes 2. Another run going to try to score. Van Slyke clears the bases with a 3-run triple. It is now 5-1, and Van Slyke has driven in all 5 of the runs. What a game for the Pirate outfielder. We'll move to the 9th. 2 outs. Stan Belinda on here to close the door against Jimmy Wasdell. Belinda delivers. This is hit to second. Lean's got it, and that will do it. The Pirates come in and stun the Dodgers in game 1 behind the left-handed arm of John Smiley, and most of all, the smoking bat of Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke, 2 for 5 with a double and actually a triple and a home run. 5 RBIs and a run scored. Whit Wyatt takes the loss, even though he went 6+ and struck out 12 in an impressive outing. But John Smiley, the winner, he goes 6 innings with only 1 earned run. And it was Van Slyke who did the damage in the middle innings there, and Stan Belinda closed the door. Not that it was very tight at the end, but more importantly, the Pirates win Game 1 on the road, stunning Brooklyn, and putting now the pressure on the 100-win team and Leo Durocher as we move to Game 2. And now the Pirates throw another Very formidable arm up against the Dodgers as Doug Drabick is going to face Kurt Davis in game number 2. Let's see if the Dodger bats can wake up. Or let's see if the Pirates again, behind their red-hot outfielder, see if they can take a second one and really take the advantage back to Pittsburgh. So let's head out to game 2 of this series. Pittsburgh has the 1-0 lead. So game 2, we're top of the first inning. Barry Bonds up there with Andy Van Slyke on third base and 2 outs. And Bonds will hit this one into the hole. That ball will get through. So the Pirates get on the board again first in game 2 with the Barry Bonds single to right field. Kurt Davis. And here's Jay Bell now. Bonds on second. And this ball line in the center field. And that's going to score Bonds. Bell with a double. And it is 2-0 Pittsburgh. Again, they are putting the pressure on the Dodgers here at Ebbets Field. Whistles and frustrations from the fans, and we go bottom first. Pete Reiser at the plate against Doug Drabick, and Reiser goes deep to center field. That might be gone. It is. Reiser ties the game up, answers right away for the home team, and this game is tied at 2. A long bomb to center field in the Brooklyn Knight, and it is 2-2. Fans will move to the third. Bonilla up there. Bobby Bonilla puts a charge in the one. That's near the scoreboard. That will clear the scoreboard. Up by the flagpole. Home run for Bonilla. 3-2 Pirates. They come right back now. Bottom of the third. Joe Medwick against Drabick with 1 out and a man on. And this shot is lifted to left field. That's at the wall. That gets over. Home run again. The long ball's flying out of Ebbets Field. Medwick with a homer, and back on top are the Dodgers. It is 6-3 as we move to the 8th. Bonilla back up there. Bonilla is going to go the other way. This ball's going to drop. A hit for Bobby Bo with nobody out here to lead off the 8th. Here's Bonds. Bonds takes ball 4, and that's going to bring now the tying run to the plate for the Pirates and Jay Bell. Luke Hamlin's the new pitcher. And that's a strikeout. That gets the inside corner right there. And his first out of the inning with Mike LaValliere, Spanky up there. This ball's lined deep to left. That ball's going to get down into the corner. Bonds is going to run through third, and he's going to score. Here comes another man going to come home. Mike LaValliere, believe it or not, has just tripled. The little Spanky catcher hits one into the corner, and he makes it all the way to third to make this a 6-5 game. We'll move now bottom of the 8th. 6-4 make it. And here's Mickey Owen facing Doran Taylor. And that ball's hit to center field. That's going to get down for extra bases. So Taylor makes it into second. As the Dodgers look to pad their lead here, 6-4. Alex Campuris, the hitter, with 2 outs. Campuris deep to left, way back there, looking up, and goodbye, home run, Campuris. 2-run shot. It's an 8-4 game as the Dodgers have responded very well here in game number 2. It's 8-5. Luke Kimball looking to close it out against Van Slyke and even the series. He delivers. There's a shot to center field. The center fielder, full extension, makes the play. Reiser with a great catch to end this ball game in center field, and it's 8-5 the final. The Brooklyn fans on their feet. There were times it appeared they weren't going to do it in this one, and they would fall into a deeper hole. But a 4-run third inning turned this ball game around. Bobby Bonilla was 3 for 4 for the losing side with a home run, but Kurt Davis did enough to earn the win, and Joe Medwick 1 for 3 with a homer, 2 RBIs, and an overall good performance by the Dodgers. Pitching, defense, hitting, they come through. Home runs from Campuris, Medwick, and Reiser. Bobby Bo played well, as did Barry Bonds. Mike LaValliere, a nice performance, but it was Dodgers today, and this series is even at 1. Series will move now to Pittsburgh and Three Rivers Stadium for the middle section of the series. Kirby Higbee will take on Bob Walkie in Game 3. It's a best of 5 now with the series advantage and the home field advantage with the Pirates. So let's see what happens now as the scene and the environment changes. On to the AstroTurf, and Game 3 we go. Series tied at 1. So here we are, Three Rivers Stadium. We got action again, bottom in the 4th inning. We got Mike LaValliere up there with a man on first base. Higbee delivers. And LaValliere lines one into right field. That'll be a hit. Runner moving all the way to third. The throw was not in time, so the runners here on the corners trying to look at breaking up a scoreless tie here is Jeff King. 1 out, runners on the corners. Delivers. There's ball 4 outside. So now the bases are loaded. 1 out for Jose Lind. And Lind hits it too short. Play's going to be made at second. Relay to first. Double play. And the Dodgers get out of the inning and out of the threat as they get the twin killing. We'll move to the bottom of the 5th now. Pirates up again. Gary Reedus with the pitcher on first base. And Reedus lines one to left field, and that'll be first and second here. Nobody out. The home team putting together a rally as Van Slyke gets up there against Higbee. That ball's hit to short. Play made at second. Relay to first. Double play. Runner moves to third, but Van Slyke hits into the twin killing. We'll move now to the 6th. Bob Walk pitching a heck of a ball game here. Alf Camille at the plate with the man on. Scoreless game. This one's lined into right field. That will be a CI single, and runner will move to third. So a 2-out rally here by the visitors. And Dixie Walker has a chance to break the scoreless pitchers duel open as Walk delivers. But that's strike 3. Bob Walk gets out of it, and the scoreless tie remains. As we move bottom of the 6th, here's Barry Bonds against Higbee, who's matched to Walk pitch for pitch. Bonds will rip one deep to right field. That ball might be just over the wall. Barry Bonds a home run to right field, a line shot, and it is 1-0. He breaks the tie here in Pittsburgh. Home run off Higbee. And now we got bases loaded as things have opened wide open. Tom Drake on the mound. And here's a fly ball to center field. That ball should be caught. It is. A runner's going to tag up, however, and score. So it is now 2-0. We'll move now to Bobby Bonilla at the plate. Here, bottom of the 7th. 1 out. Freddie Fitzsimmons the pitcher, and Bonilla lines one deep to right. This one is going to drop in there. That's going to head to the wall. Bonilla on the third with a 1-out triple for Bonilla, the third baseman, showing some nice speed on the bases. We'll move to the 8th, however, still only a 2-0 game, and Jimmy Wasdell is at the plate against Doug Bear. Wasdell will hit a line drive to right field, and that'll be a leadoff single. So the Dodgers trying to put something together here against Bear. Here's Lavaghetto. Lavaghetto at the plate here with a chance. Runner going. There's a ground ball to third. No play there, so it's going to be an infield hit. For now, they're calling it an error on King. So the Dodgers putting together a late rally here. Pete Reiser up there against Doug Bear. Nobody out. But there's the first out with the strikeout. Swing and a miss. It's Joe Medwick now with 2 on and 1 out. Bill Landrum, the new pitcher for the Pirates. This ball's hit to short. Taylor made double play. It is. No, not in time at first. Good hustle by Medwick. They get the second out. And Dolph Camille now with the chance. 2 outs, 8th inning. Camille strikes out. And that will end the threat here. Camille can't come through for the Dodgers, and the game remains 2-0. All the way to the 9th with Landrum now 1 out away from closing this out. Pee Wee Reese at the plate. And Reese goes to first, but right there's the first baseman. Reese makes it, and the Pirates win Game 3 in impressive fashion. 2-0, shutting out the Dodgers. And continuing to impress in this series, Bob Walk was excellent. 6 innings of scoreless ball, 7 strikeouts, got the win. Kirby Higbee tried to match Walk as much as he could, but the 2-run 6th inning did him in. Part of that was the Barry Bonds home run. And Bonds a solo shot. Also, Landrum closed the door at the end and got the save. Dodgers with only 5 hits all game long. And Pittsburgh, with their impressive starting pitching, takes the edge here on this series. Jim Leyland has his team playing very hard. And we move now to game number 4, where it's starting to get serious for the Dodgers. They gotta start winning some ball games. You don't want to fall too far behind. And the Pirates actually can close things out at home if they win the next 2. It's going to be Larry French against Rick Reed. Rick Reed, the choice for Jim Leyland and the Pirates here for the crucial game number 4. So far, it's been Pirates, 2-1. And it'll be interesting to see if the pressure gets to the Dodgers and Leo DeRocher as we head out to Three Rivers Stadium for game number 4. Now here we go to leading off the game, Pete Reiser against Rick Reed with the man on first base. And this is ripped into right field, way back there in the gap. That's going to get down. Lavagetto's going to come around to score, and it is a triple. As Bonilla gets the ball back in, Reiser makes it 1-0. 4 runs on the board in the top of the first for Brooklyn, so they get off to the best possible start here for Larry French. He faces Bonilla, and Bonilla is going to get some of it back. A long drive to left. That'll leave the yard. So the Pirates answer here in the first inning with a home run by Bobby Bowe. And it is now 4-1 here at Three Rivers Stadium. Bottom of the third, Gary Reed is facing French, a man on, 2 outs. This is lined. Air ball into the corner, into right. Van Slyke's heading to third. Van Slyke's going to round third. He's going to come around. 4-2. Pittsburgh cuts the lead in half. Reedus with an RBI double there. Here's Mike LaValliere trying to do some more damage. LaValliere hits it to right. This ball's going to get over the head of the right fielder. It is 4-3 now as Spanky LaValliere smashes one just over the head of the right fielder out there. Walker can't get it. And it is 4-3 now as the Pirates have nicely fought back. We'll move top 4 now. Bob Patterson, the pitcher, 2 outs, and Dolph Camille in a big spot here. Camille takes the pitch inside. It is ball 4, so Brooklyn now with a big chance. The base is loaded, and Dixie Walker, the hitter. Walker hits it back to the mound. That play will be made, however. And Patterson makes it. So Brooklyn can't break it open here. They hold the 1-run lead. We're in the 5th now with a man on, 2 men on, I should say, and Larry French, the hitter. French puts down the bunt. Runners advancing. Plays made at third, so a nice sack bunt there for Patterson to make the play at first. And we got runners on second and third for Lavagetto now. 2 outs. Cookie at the plate. There's ball 4. So the base is loaded here now. Brooklyn, another big chance in this game. You don't want to let too many of these go by. Pete Reiser facing Mike Smith. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. He got him looking. Smith with a nice pitch. He gets him on strike 3, and Brooklyn leaves the bases loaded again. 4-3 our score as Vance Lake is facing French now. And this is drilled deep to left, way back there, and it's going to go. Vance Lake the other way to tie this ball game at 4. Wouldn't you know it, just as Brooklyn had their chances, Pittsburgh's right back now to tie this game. 4-4 is our score. Here's Bonilla now. He's already homered. And he might do it again. Deep to left, looking up, and it is gone. Home run number 2 for Bonilla. Back-to-back homers for Jim Leyland's Pirates. It is 5-4 Pittsburgh. Moving to the 6th. Still bottom of the 5th, I'm sorry. LaVallier's going to line a single to center with a man on. Runner moving the 3rd. Still nobody out here in this 5th inning. LaVallier's been a hot bat so far. But getting out of it's Brooklyn. We'll move to the 6th. It's a 1-run ball game. Mike Smith delivery. And there's a shot in the gap. That'll get down for extra bases. Medwick with a double here to lead off the 6th inning as Brooklyn has all intention to make this a fight. Here's Dixie Walker now as Stan Belinda's the pitcher. And Walker checks his swing and gets on first base, so 1 out, 2 on. Billy Herman the hitter, 1-run ball game. Herman the short. There's the play in the relay. Double play. The Pirates turn it. 6-4-3, and the 6th inning is over. Pittsburgh holding the lead. We'll move bottom of the 6th now with Barry Bonds at the plate. Facing Johnny Allen. And Bonds lines it into the gap. He goes the other way with the man on. Off to the races now. Run around in 3rd. He's going to hold up. So Bonds with a double to the opposite field. With 1 out, it'll be 2nd and 3rd for Pittsburgh. And here's that man again, Bobby Bonilla, red hot right now. So they pitch around him. They put him on first. Not a surprise there. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And Gary Reedus, the big man of the moment. And Reedus is going to line a single to right. 1 run in. Here comes another man. Bonds is going to score. It is 7-4 now. Pittsburgh, they've turned this game completely around and are getting a stranglehold on this series now as we move to the 7th. Jimmy Wasdell up there. And Wasdell will hook this ball down the line. That's a fair ball with a man on. Runner's going to round 3rd, so Brooklyn's going to get another run. It's 7-5 here as Wasdell gets a double. And Pete Reiser now a chance here as Don Taylor has come on, and Reiser lines it deep to right. This ball's got a chance. Tie game. He ties it up. Bonilla watches it go. Home run for Reiser. What a good game we got going on here. It is 7-7. Both teams with their bats on fire. Bottom 7th now. Pitchers being changed like a carousel wheel here as there's another hit. Lean gets a single. Runner moving to 3rd. Here's the throw. Not in time. So a 1-out single by Lean. Makes it 1st and 2nd here. Rafael Belliard, the hitter. Let's see if he can come through. Belliard's going to line one deep. That ball's got some carry. It will be caught. Runner's going to tag, and the Pirates bounce right back with the lead. As Reynolds scores on a sacrifice fly. So it is 8-7. We're in the 8th inning. Jeff Robinson facing Dolph Camilli here to lead off the inning. What a ball game we've had here in Game 4. There's a strikeout. A lot of movement on that pitch. Looked like a splitter. Here's Billy Herman. Herman will hit this one to center field. Should be a play on it there. And it is. Vance Lake's there. So that'll end the 8th. And we are moving all the way to the 9th. Will Landrum in to close it out. It's a 1-run game. Lou Riggs at the plate for Brooklyn. They really need a rally here. There's a grounder to 3rd. Quick play being made there. Nice play. Bonilla makes it for the 1st out. Mickey Owen now up there. Owen's going to hit it back to the mound. Landrum's got it. 2nd out of the inning. Fans on their feet now as the Pirates are 1 out away. Alex Campuris, the last hope for Brooklyn. Here's the Landrum pitch. That's lined down the line for extra bases. So Campuris, a clutch 2-out hit here. It's a double, and he represents now the tying run. Up to Cookie Lavagetto. Let's see if Lavagetto can be a hero. The pitch. This is popped up, however. Should be playable. Coming on over there to make the catch. Bonds leaves his feet to make it, and the Pittsburgh Pirates have beaten the Brooklyn Dodgers again in a dramatic game this time. It is 8-7. Tons of runs being scored here and hits as well. We had over 25 hits, actually 28 total in the ball game. 15 runs, but one more for the Pirates. Pete Reiser 3 for 4 with a triple, a homer, and 3 RBIs for the losing side. But it was Bobby Bonilla, 2 for 3 with 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Was walked twice. That was a real menace to the Dodgers. And Gary Redus having a nice series, 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs in this ball game. It was the bottom of the 7th that the decisive run was scored in this ball game. I believe it was a sacrifice fly. It was Rafael Belliard with the sac fly there that made the difference and give the Pirates a 3-1 series lead. No one was expecting this one. Pittsburgh winning 2 on the road after winning the first game of the series and splitting in Brooklyn. And now they have a chance to end this series and shock everybody by beating the 100-win Leo DeRocher Dodgers. The Dodgers really up against it now. They have to win 3 in a row to have a chance. First things first, Whit Wyatt will take the mound for the desperate Dodgers against John Smiley in a repeat of Game 1. Can the Pirates get it done? Sweep everything at home and end this series, or will the Dodgers take it back to Brooklyn? Everything on the line in game number 5. Let's head out there now and continue the drama as the Dodgers are in deep trouble. Let's see if they can dig out with the first step here in Game 5, or will there be a party in Pittsburgh? So can the Dodgers survive here? We're in the top of the first inning, 1 out. Joe Medwick at the plate against John Smiley and the man on. And Medwick goes deep to right the other way. He got all of that one, and that ball's gone. So Brooklyn, with a great start to game number 5, a 2-run home run given up by John Smiley here in the very first inning. It's 2-zip. We'll move top of the second. Pete Reiser at the plate. 2 out, man on. And this one's grooved in the center field. That'll get down for a double. Reiser drives in another run. It is 3-0 Brooklyn, as they've come out on fire here in this ball game, which is a crucial and must win for them. It's 4-0 now. We move bottom second. Mike LaValliere with 2 on and nobody out. Wyatt delivers, and LaValliere goes deep to left center. That ball's at the track. That ball is gone. Mike LaValliere showing rare power here, gets the Pirates right back into this game. A 3-run home run here at Three Rivers. What a shot the other way by LaValliere. Bottom third now. Van Slyke at the plate with the man on. And Van Slyke dribbles it to second. Double play there, 4-6-3, started by Herman. So the 1-run lead continues. We'll move bottom fourth. Barry Bonds facing Wyatt. Nobody out. And Bonds will take it down the line and left. He rips it the other way. So Bonds is on second with nobody out here in the fourth. He represents the tying run. And Jay Bell, the hitter. Bell will line a single left. That gets down. Here comes. Now they're going to hold up Bonds. So runners on the corners. Nobody out here for the Pirates. And here's LaValliere, who's already hit a 3-run blast. Let's see what he can do. This is hit to center. Coming in hard, the center fielder to make the play. Bonds is going to tag, play at the plate. Bonds is out. What a play there by the center fielder for Brooklyn. They get Bonds. Pete Reiser with a laser to the plate, preserving Brooklyn's lead. And 2 outs now. Barry Bonds tried to score. Didn't happen for him. There's a shot down the line and right. A 2-out hit here is going to tie the game anyway. What a clutch hit. Bell comes around the score. And Jeff King with a clutch double here in the 4th to tie this game. Here's the pitcher, Smiley, now with 2 on, and Smiley will hit it second. Herman's got it. But the Pirates tie the game on the King double, and it is 4-4 as we got another close one here in the 5th. Off Camille, the batter. Camille's going to untie it. Deep to left, way out of here. Dolph Camille makes it 5-4 Brooklyn. A long home run the opposite way, and Smiley just doesn't have the movement on his pitches right now. Mickey Owen now facing Mike Smith, who's coming in relief. There's ball 4, so 2 outs now. Brooklyn has the bases loaded. And the pitcher Wyatt at the plate. Wyatt strikes out. So a big strikeout there. DeRocher deciding not to pinch hit. And this game remains 5-4 now as we move bottom of the 5th. Van Slyke facing Wyatt with 1 out. And Van Slyke deep to center. This is going to be down up against the wall. Andy Van Slyke turning on the Jets. He's going to beat the throw with a 1-out triple for Van Slyke. Representing the tying run there at third base. What an athlete Van Slyke is. Here's Bonilla with 1 out. Infield's in. Bonilla can't get it done. He strikes out. Chases a bad pitch. Wyatt with the big strikeout, but he's got to face the young Bonds now with 2 outs. And he strikes out Bonds. What a job by Wyatt. Striking out Bonilla and Bonds, the heart of the Pirates batting order to get through it. And we move to the 6th now. Wyatt still on the hill. Facing Jay Bell here to start the bottom of the frame. This one's going to be hit to right field for a single. So Bell starts the frame out the right way. And DeRocher is going to bring in Johnny Allen as Wyatt stays over. Allen coming on in relief here. And there's a ground ball to short. Play's going to be made at second. Relay to first. Not in time. So LaValliere hits into a forced play. Jeff King, the batter. King will line this one to center. Coming on hard to make that play. Center fielder. Reiser makes the play. Runners second and third here. We're in the 7th inning for Augie Galen. Don Taylor, the pitcher, and he strikes out Galen for the 2nd out. Galen did not like that call. And Lavagetto now with the chance. 2 outs. 2 on. Lavagetto into the hole. Plays made there nicely by the shortstop. What a play by Bell. As we hit the 7th inning stretch here in Pittsburgh. The fans hoping for a rally to end this series. It's 5-4, 2 outs. Allen facing Bonilla. Bonilla lifts it to left, but this is playable. No, it'll drop there. I thought Galen had a beat on it. He did not. So it's 1st and 2nd for Bonds. 2 outs. And Bonds will hit it to center. This ball should be playable. Reiser's got it. And a big out there with men on. Brooklyn holding on to this 1-run lead with life and limb. Taylor now the pitcher. He allows a single here as Reiser will single the 8th. And in the 8th, and the Dodgers looking for the insurance they need. Here's Camille, who's already homered. He lines a single up the middle, so a 1-out rally here for the Dodgers. 1st and 2nd. C. Walker, the hitter. Haven't heard much from him in the series, but he takes a walk here. So base is loaded. The Pirates sweating this one out. Tom Taylor facing Billy Herman here with 1 out. Base is juiced, and that ball's drilled fair down the right field line. That's going to score plenty of runs. Might clear him. 2 runs come home. It is 7-4 now, Brooklyn. A big clutch double there by Herman. 7-4 our score. Here's LaValliere. Lawyer lifts it to left field for another hit. So the pudgy catcher having a nice series, but we'll move to the ninth now where Brooklyn has another rally. Lou Riggs in there with 2 men on and 1 out. And Riggs will line a single to right. That's going to load the bases here. So bases loaded, 7-4 ball game. Dolph Camille at the plate facing Bob Patterson, only 1 out. And there's a shot deep to right field and gone. A grand slam. Clear the bases. The Dodgers have completely busted this game open. Camille, his second home run in the ball game. This one clears the bases. It is a slam. And it's 11-4 now as we move bottom of the ninth. Chipman here to wrap up the work. Facing R.J. Reynolds. And Reynolds, he's going to get a round tripper of his own. Home run for R.J. Too little too late, but he'll enjoy the waltz around the bases. It's 11-5 now. 1 out for Barry Bonds and 2 on. Bonds will walk, so the Pirates, down 6 runs, have loaded the bases here, and Hugh Casey's come in to pitch. This is grounded to third. Play's going to be made for a double play, so the Dodgers turn 2 here. Cam Purvis with a nice turn, and an 11-5 final score. The Dodgers avoid losing this series. They'll stay alive and punch their ticket to go east to Brooklyn for game number 6. Dolph Camille, the star of this day, 3 for 5 with 2 long home runs, 5 RBIs, including a grand slam in the 9th inning. Pete Reiser nailed Barry Bonds at the plate with the golden arm and a beautiful throw, but also was 3 for 5 with an RBI, 2 runs scored. Joe Medewick, 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, a wonderful game. 17 hits for the Dodgers. They jumped on the Pirates early and often. John Smiley had almost nothing. And the Pirates are denied ending this series. And now the storyline changes completely as the Dodgers have belief. They come back now hoping to win the last 2 here at home, but have to worry about Doug Drabick in game number 6 first. Kurt Davis will take the mound. Drabick was pummeled in game number 2. But a whole different ball game now. All the drama and all the excitement lands on one ball game here in game 6 for at least for the Dodgers, who it is a must-win game before we can either end this series or face a game 7. So let's get out to Ebbets Field. That will be at capacity as the borough of Brooklyn hopes to cheer on their team here and keep them alive, and the Pirates try to pull the upset. Let's go live to game 6. Go back to Ebbets Field for game number 6. We got Gary Reedus facing Kirk Davis here in the top of the first inning. The Pirates leading the series 3-2, and there's Reedus getting extra bases here to start the game. So his speed will make it all the way in the second with a double. Good start for Pittsburgh. Here's Van Slyke. And Van Slyke launches one over the head of the right fielder. So it's going to be 1-0. And Van Slyke with another triple. He does it again. So right out of the chute, the Pirates with a single and then a triple. It is 1-0. 2-0 make that. We go bottom of the second. Billy Herman facing Doug Drabick. And Herman hits one deep to left field. That might go way back to the wall. Home run, Billy Herman. Billy Herman, a solo shot. So it makes it 2-1 here in the second inning off of Doug Drabick, who had his issues in game 2 and lets up a long ball here. But the Pirates right back here with Jay Bell and Kurt Davis on the mound. Runners on the corners, only 1 out. This one's hit to short. And the Pirates are out as Brooklyn turns a nice double play there. 4-6-3 to end the inning and keep the game at 2-1. Here's Dixie Walker. Walker lines a single right up the middle. Run around in third. Throw to the plate. Not in time, and Brooklyn has tied this game on a Dixie Walker RBI single. 2-2 game continues all the way to the seventh. Gary Reedus facing Kurt Davis, who's still in the game with the man on first. 2 outs. Reedus gets it past the third baseman for another hit. So first and second here for Pittsburgh in the seventh. Andy Van Slyke, man, he's been red hot at the plate. Van Slyke beats the shift, goes the other way now that he did last time. He hits it to right field. It is another triple here for Van Slyke. The triple machine, but this one is an all-important 2-run job, making it 4-2, breaking the tie here in the seventh. Andy Van Slyke turning out to be the hero here for the Pirates. And Bobby Bonilla now coming up, trying to add him. And Bonilla lines one deep to right, and just like that, he takes it over the wall. 6-2 Pirates. They've blown it open here in the seventh in a big way. Bobby Bonilla, a home run to right field. 6-2. We move bottom of the eighth. Stan Belinda now has the job to try to close it. There's a shot to center field. That ball's going to carry out of here. So it is a 6-3 game as Medewick hits a home run off Belinda. A long one to center. We move top of the ninth. Gary Reedus, who's been red hot, facing Freddie Fitzsimmons. Reedus, another hit. He's been on base all game long, causing havoc. But we'll move bottom of the ninth now. Jimmy Wasdell, the last hope against Bill Landrum with the man on. The Pirates trying to close out the series. This one's hit on a line and a diving catch out there in left field. Barry Bonds makes the play, and this series is history. Another 100-win team goes down the wayside with an upset. The 1989 Pirates have done it. They've beaten the 41 Dodgers 4-2, and Andy Van Slyke, another huge game, 3 for 5, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Doug Drabick gets the win. He pitched well, walked only 1, allowed 2 earned runs. Gary Reedus 3 for 5, 2 runs scored. The 4-run 7th inning, the difference. The Van Slyke RBI extra base hit and the Bobby Bonilla home run. The difference as the Pirates go on the road after losing at home and crush the hope of the Dodger fans and their team. No Game 7 in this one. It is done in 6. Looking at the numbers, Bobby Bonilla, 4 home runs in the series, hit .375. Andy Van Slyke, .310. 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. Just curious how many triples Van Slyke had in the series. He had 2 triples, 4 doubles, so quite the series for Van Slyke any way you look at it. Barry Bonds hit .300, only drove in 2 with 1 long ball. Looking at some of the pitchers, Bob Walk had that 1 good start, wasn't needed beyond that. John Smiley and Doug Drabick not so good, but in the end, the bullpen was good, especially Jeff Robinson there working 6 innings. Stan Belinda did an okay job. And for the Dodgers, Billy Herman with 6 RBIs as well as Pete Reiser. Dolph Camilli hit a grand slam, I believe, at some point with 5 RBIs, 348. And Joel Medewick with 7 driven in. As for the pitching, Whit Wyatt, .397 in his 2 starts, split his starts 1-1. Kurt Davis really struggled there, especially in game number 6 when his team needed him the most. The bullpen arm's not too bad for the Dodgers either, but anyway you look at it, you really have to take your hats off here to the Pirates, who win the series and beat a team that few thought they had a chance to beat. The MVP of the series looks like they're going to give it to Bobby Bonilla, who hit .375, including a home run in Game 6. He hit 4 long balls for the series. It really comes down between him and Andy Van Slyke, but they give it to Bonilla, who slugged 1,423 OPS, and some nice glove work at third base. So another surprising upset. That's why we do this. That's why we play these series, to see who can survive and who cannot. And the 1989 Pirates, led by Jim Leyland, do the job. They win 4-2 over the Brooklyn Dodgers of 1941. Another day will come for the Pirates. As for the Dodgers, back into history they go. We won't be seeing them again. But either way, hope you enjoyed it. This was Series 112. We'll be right back with you very shortly here for another matchup. Hope you're following. Hope you're enjoying our presentation of Out of the Park Baseball 20. Have a good one.